Kansas.
Great, so go ahead and keep going.
Okay, so Paul Colson, I'm the project manager for the Soto roadway improvement project. These orange lines show that 3.5 miles of pavement improvement from Evening Star Road to 95th Street, and then a mile of pavement on Main Avenue or Astor Parkway. So the KDOT project that we're managing is just that 4.5 mile of pavement improvements to allow traffic to flow from K10 to the Panasonic site and allow freedom of traffic movement in this area. The additional capacity that's needed is dictating from an existing 2-lane to 4-lane section that we're seeing now, and that's really just from the traffic needs that we're seeing, coordinating through the city and future development projects that may happen, but right now it's really just a safe travel for workers and people from K10 to the Panasonic site. Well, the K10 study comes up when we talk about a lot of this. Really, it's not a study, it's a project, and it's in a discovery phase that they're determining what capacity is needed in the area. But that discovery phase is the full stretch from the Johnson County line to the east. So it's in this area, but it's not this project. That's a separate development, separate project that we're working on. So, yeah, different. Right now we're in very early stages. We don't know what's happening. We aren't involved in it. We're kept up to speed on some things, but that's a different group that we're working on right now. And they're evaluating all of this, right? They're evaluating the Flint development, the Panasonic development, future developments, traffic needs that are going to be needed for it. So all those things will be taken into consideration. Once we have actual traffic counts, that will help dictate some of the needs that are needed as well. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi, my name is Alex Richards, and I'm with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, Bureau of Environmental Remediation, and my department is part of overseeing the remediation of the former Sunflower Army Ammunition Plant, which is where the Panasonic development will be, and we are, overseeing we're the regulatory authority overseeing the Army's work in remediating the soil and groundwater in the area.
What would you like residents to know about the remediation process?
So the remediation, as far as the Panasonic development goes, is almost complete. It really helped accelerate things, and they've done a bunch of dig outs of the contaminated soil. They're still evaluating the groundwater. But overall, they are doing a really great job, and they're restoring it to pre-plant condition, which is really great. So the Army is remediating the land to residential standards, so that's the safest level that it can be. There's really no concern about the soil use in that area, and there's plans to remediate the entire area in the future. So residents should not be concerned about health and safety when it comes to contamination.
Perfect.
My name is Jack Harwell, and I'm a consultant working for Johnson County Community College. And my role is to pull together a consortium and coordinate their activities. The consortium includes Johnson County Community College, Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Peasley Tech, and USD 232. So we've been working for about maybe 6 months now, planning for the need to educate workers so they can be eligible for employment at Panasonic. And we consider what we're doing a long-term effort that goes beyond Panasonic and hopefully will help the region for years to come. So we're really focused on Panasonic, but we're looking at it as a model for what we can do for other businesses already in the region and businesses coming into the region.
Jessica Johnson, and I'm with the Kansas Small Business Development Center out of Johnson County Community College. We are a grant-funded program working for the small businesses, helping them to grow and transition. And with this development, we're really interested in getting here in the community and just letting the businesses know that we're a resource for them for their concerns that they may have with the new development coming in. Maybe it's employee retention or sales or growth too fast because there's going to be a lot of economic activity. So what are the challenges and how can we help you overcome those?
and
Yeah,
grow?
so you can get a hold of us through our website, jcccSBDC.com. Also, reach out to us through the college website as well. You can find us out there. Go to the college and you can search Kansas SBDC out on the college. And connect up, give us a phone call, find our contact information, give us a phone call, and be happy to help you.
Todd Maxton, Northwest Consolidated Fire District Fire Chief. Public safety is always of ultimate concern, not only for existing residents, but anytime that we're talking about potential clients coming inside the city and growth in the city. Our fire protection and emergency services plays a large part of that. It's not just fire suppression, but it's also emergency medical services. So we have our partnerships not only with the Johnson County Sheriff's Office, also with Johnson County Med, that's the ambulance service. And we're always taking into consideration the current makeup of the community and how it's gonna fit in into the future with keeping all those concerns in mind. So depending on the type of production, anytime that you talk about any type of factory, there's always risk factors involved. So we've been involved on risk assessments and not knowing 100% of it, but we started this a year and a half ago and talking about different risk management models with what we do know as far as whether it's battery production or anything related to that. And in fact, we just got back from Nevada and we got a visit with the Story County Fire Protection District. And it was really important us not only to go on a tour of the factory, but to be able to talk to the fire department, sit down with the fire chief and the fire marshal to tour the industrial area, the traffic and transportation impact of it, and then even to talk to the employees. It painted the picture a little bit more for us to bring back home.
Okay.
So, I'm Frank Harwood. I'm the superintendent for USD 232 in DeSoto. Our part has really just been kind of on the side, helping with planning and growth. We get a lot of questions about how the development will impact the school district, and we talk about the economic development doesn't have a negative impact on the school district. It really just changes our tax base. What we're looking at more is how the residential growth of DeSoto follows along for that. We're in good shape because we've got some capacity already, and then with the way things are planned, we'll have plenty of time to make plans along with the city as they get farther along where residential development will take place. And so our work with career and technical education actually started long before Panasonic was an idea. It was part of our 2018 bond issue when we built the Cedar Trails Exploration Center. And really what that is that we know that we need to do more to help our students have a better understanding of the careers that they want to get into. And there's a great study out of Georgetown that talks about what kind of education students need in the future. And fewer students are going to need a 4-year degree. But we do a really good job of preparing students to go to college. Our students are successful when they go there. What we're trying to do is help our students understand whether or not that's what they need to do or should do and be happy doing. And so Cedar Trails gives us an opportunity to look at some kind of expensive programs. There's a lot of expensive equipment, so we can have students from both high schools go there and really get a hands-on experience along with doing a lot more with business partnerships, so that students, when they're thinking about, I want to be a civil engineer. Well, do you really know what that does, or those kinds of things? So it's really trying to help students understand what their aspirations are, what it means to be that, get experience in that, and then have the best opportunities to be ready for that process in a post-secondary setting.
I'm Paul Hughes, Deputy Secretary for Business Development for the Kansas Department of Commerce. And the reason I'm here today is really to be a part of how the message of the project reaches the community, which has really been our role from day one. Not only attracting the project to the state of Kansas, but also putting boots on the ground and helping make sure that we're delivering in every aspect of the project. Well, the key thing about this project is really the scale of it. This is, and the reason this area was chosen was because it already had the built-in infrastructure to support a project of this size. And as we bring these number of jobs to the area, a number of them will be from people that maybe perhaps were in Kansas and are now returning to Kansas for these types of opportunities. And it was a big part of the state strategy to begin with, that we wanted to create the kind of jobs that would attract people back to the state that perhaps may have left it. it's about creating the opportunities for our college graduates, our 2-year program graduates, and even our high school graduates that are looking for that opportunity, and if they don't find it here, they end up going somewhere else. And the numbers are meaningful. For Kansas, it's around 16,000 students every year that leave the state upon graduation because they're looking for the opportunities and they're not finding it.